Uh, just so, let's have a little bit of a setup here. It's just it's a notebook that I sold a customer or a non-profit business that runs a op shop, and once a year I take it and make sure everything's all up to date on it. Yeah, do the basic maintenance thing, make sure there's nothing nasty on it. But for the record, I didn't sell them this. But yeah, so I was thinking as I do this, I'll show you some things I go through just to make sure that basic maintenance is done with all this. Let me get all this all powered up and everything hooked up to the internet, and we'll get started. And of course I'm really off to a good start here because it's a password on a notebook and I don't know it, and I'm trying to get in contact with the person who does. Well, now that I've figured out what the password is, I run a program called CCleaner. Pretty much one of the first things I do when do a bit of system maintenance on a PC. This particular program I use this for is just a bit of like a disk cleaner, but in some ways a bit more advanced. So like things like your browsing history and cookies and stuff like that. Any temporary folders that might incurred from downloading and stuff like that. And probably some other little bits and pieces around the place that might just take up unnecessary space on your hard drive. Gives it all nice good clean out. And I usually find that's pretty handy with that, doing that sort of thing. So it's just have anything nasty on there that can just sit there and wait basically to pounce. So usually finding just having something like that just to keep your hard drive clean. Of course, it's not clean of antiviruses or anything like that, but it keeps it clean and smooth, and because it takes out the trash basically. Probably the next thing I'll check over is probably just making sure that your antivirus is all up to date, and probably give it all good scans and stuff like that. And these days I don't think anyone really calls it viruses. They seem to be calling it malware or freezeware or phishing or something along that nature, more than just straight up virus. So, but getting back to the point, I'll keep something like Norton's antivirus on for like having something there for like real life protection. So any emails or something along that nature that might have something nasty, but it's got something protected there. And plus also doing anything in the way of browsing, searching and stuff like that, coming across some nasty website or something like that. But well as that, I also keep a copy of the malware bytes on the system as well. Now you can do like a paid full round the clock system basically, but I'll just keep it on there with the 3 version, mostly just to keep that in the background, and I'll probably just have it something like a scan once a month thing, like a full system scan. So they have something there, because I usually find when you get something like freezeware or ransomware, I usually find having malware bots is the best one to use for keeping your computer safe basically. So get rid of that sort of thing, how serious it can get with it. So I did the Norton's antivirus scan, so I'll go off and I'll get the full system scan happening with Norton's antivirus, or not Norton's, the Malwarebytes set up. So the C and D drive, scan for rootkits. That's about it for everything else. And scan now. Now, depends how much stuff you got on your PC and stuff like that with software and all that. It depends how long this is going to take. So it can take quite a few hours to 30 minutes basically. So I'm going to give you a B-roll of me doing the dishes. Well, including doing the dishes, I cooked myself some dinner. I ate the dinner, had a couple of cups of coffee and watched a couple of YouTube videos because I've now into its third hour of doing the scan. And of course it varies between what antivirus programs you want to use, but with doing a custom scan or pretty much equivalent of a full system scan with Malwarebytes, it does do quite a thorough job and it does take its time. I'm probably going to let that run overnight and pick it up in the morning. Before I call it a night and go to bed, I'm just pretty much wanting to probably just share with people, because it's one thing with my IT business side of things. I do educate people, being aware and to be safe, because the one thing with people who pretty much do the wrong thing and probably do something fraudulent of emptying out your bank accounts or identity theft and stuff like that, but I don't seem to do it by just sitting at a computer trying to figure out an algorithm to get through your firewall and gain access to your computer and your information. It's more doing a thing of like cold calls, or phishing is another word that they probably use as well, of just probably letting them giving them permission. So like if I send an email saying you won $1 million, click on this link to gain your $1 million, you click on that link, boom, you probably downloaded something that you don't need or don't really want on your computer, and next thing you know, so I've got your identification through you clicking on that link. Or even doing those cold calls type things, people acting like they're from a bank or from Microsoft, and they phone you up saying, "Oh, I got a problem with your computer, I can fix it for you if you let me gain access to it." So they do it remotely. Of course, there's nothing wrong with doing things remotely. It can be safe and secure. You might have your internet service provider do it to help you get your internet back or something like that, or your IT guy basically can do it in a safe manner. But of course, you're going to have those people who do it for the wrong reasons as well. So people who phone you up to acting like they're from your bank or from Microsoft or something like that is pretty much not the right thing to do. And Microsoft and the banks would always say that they don't do things like that. So usually if you get something like that, or those sort of emails, it's probably a good idea just to delete them or hang up on them. So hopefully I don't scare you all, and hopefully they make all good sense. But don't know how long this is going to be run, but when I pick this up, it'll be daylight outside there, so see you then. Morning. It took 6 hours to do the Malwarebytes scan, so it's the following morning. But moving on, the other thing final two things actually. One was probably should have done right at the start actually, is just making sure that Windows is all up to date. There'll probably be some priority ones, or updates there, but you probably find there's some optional ones there as well that you probably need to install. So just keep that in mind. Keep that side of things all up to date is also very helpful with protecting your computer as well. And finally, as I'm doing it here now, is just optimizing the drives or defragging. So usually when you install programs or download programs or something like that, or files, it does this scatter everything all over the place. And just doing a disk defrag pretty much just gets all these particular files that's scattered all over the place and put it all into one folder basically. So that's what it does, and usually doing that, it actually just cleans the machine up altogether. It helps make everything run smoothly. So it might take some time here too. So I'll go off and do a couple of other things, get some more caffeine into me, and also print out an invoice. So back shortly. Alrighty, so hopefully these tips will be helpful for you, but for now I need to go take this back to the customer, and I didn't sell on this, remember, and heading on to Home Bible Study group as well. So consider subscribing down below. Till next time, have a good one.